Here is how to upgrade your character with more confidence. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm talking all about how to enhance your confidence in your character, how to upgrade your confidence in your character, okay? So essentially what I want you to think of as confidence is this ability to have a trust in yourself, okay? A trust in your self-image, a trust in your faculties or abilities, and a trust in your path and where you're going, okay? Once you have these three, and you understand in my book TPM, I talk about the confidence triad as well. I won't get too much into that, but start to understand that there is this layer of self-awareness that is attached to this thing, okay? So the more that you know yourself, the more that you're going to be confident about where you're going and what you're doing. You just basically need confirmation from the people, the things, and all the different things that you're getting as these external things that are happening, but you want your internal world to match the external. If the internal isn't matching the external, there's some incongruency or some inauthenticity, and the gap is too big. So you want to basically imagine through a visualization that you take a water hose and you clean up that gap, okay? That's one thing. Second thing is start to understand that when I'm talking about confidence, you really have to get to know yourself on a deeper level. So this means mirror work, okay? Stand in front of a mirror and have a full-fledged conversation with yourself. Yo, what's happening, dude? What's wrong? What's going on with you? What's the problem? I don't have this and I don't have that. Is that really the problem, or is there something deeper than that? Look deeper. Well, I think it stemmed from my childhood where oh yeah, but that's a past story, man. Tell me more about this. Like how is this affecting you today? Well, it's kind of affecting me because I feel that this is what you want to be doing. You want to be your own therapist, your own guide, your own shaman, your own coach. You've got to take on that persona and reparent yourself. You see, a lot of the times we didn't have the mothers or fathers that we wish we would have had growing up. So we've got to be that for ourselves, straight up, okay? Be the father you wish you had. Be the mother you wish you had. Be both of them at once, because that's your masculine and feminine energy. If you think about this, right, that is essentially your masculine feminine energy is your parents, right? So if you have an overly feminine dad, or if you have an overly masculine mom, whatever the case, you're going to be very skewed in your interpersonal dynamic, meaning you're going to have a yin-yang imbalance. And when you have a yin-yang imbalance, you're going to feel a lack of confidence because you're not going to feel that flow state. So the first thing to do here is to go back to the root of where you came from, your culture, but also your parents. Okay? Maybe you weren't raised by your parents and you don't know much about this, right? I really feel for you. I understand that can be very problematic. However, at the same time, you can still do a lot to recalibrate and condition yourself to be the best yin-yang integrated as possible, right? You see, if you have a wounded masculine and a wounded feminine and you aren't dealing with these two energies, you're going to feel skewed and you're not going to be confident in your character. But once you have those two areas meeting in the middle, because this is how I've noticed these days, right? I feel constriction one day, expansion another day. Constriction one day, expansion another day. It's as if my days are switching from masculine to feminine each day. It's like push day, rest day, push and pull. That's the dynamic, right? And that's how we attract somebody, is through push and pull as well. It's the push and pull of the universe. So understand that once your character is upgrading, the universe is going to test you. It's going to test you with people. It's going to test you with circumstances. It's going to test you with a lot of different things, right? But are you going to pass those tests? Now, it's not necessarily that you had to pass those tests as in it's a very physical test that you're getting, but it's more of a vibe, right? It's more how you respond to it. So can you stay at your frequency and not let the world kind of punch you and keep punching you until you tolerate it, and you get into apathy, right? You want to be able to not tolerate it anymore and rise above it, okay? This is what's happening with me as I'm listening to this subliminal program called Khan. I'm really going through a total trauma breakdown. Total trauma breakdown. It's a breakthrough because I haven't ever felt like this in a while. The only last time I remember feeling like this is like back when I was in college, when I was going through one of the darkest, nights of the soul. But now I have more of a reference of what to do in this phase as I'm going from the chrysalis into the butterfly. I understand that there needs to be a total removing of all the gunk, unlearning everything, starting from scratch, using critical thinking again, using mindfulness again, and being able to rebuild the skyscraper. Because if you're trying to build a building on top of another building, it's gonna look awful, right? You need to be able to crumble it down and start from scratch again. Like, that's the whole point of this game, is to be able to go through a transformation or a rebirth where you're not reacting to the same things anymore. You're not getting triggered by the same things anymore. So I've been in this inner work field for a while, but now it's time for me to take my inner work out into the external world. Like, it's about time, guys, my birthday's coming up, like I'm getting older. It's about time that I lift off so far that it will be a moonshot. Okay, it'll be a moonshot. And I'm not landing. I'm going until I'm going, right? And this is what it's about. It's really about setting your own accords, understanding that you are the master of your own life, right? There's nobody else deciding it for you, like, oh, you have to do it this way, or, oh, yeah, this is a thing in particular that you need to be focusing on, or, hey, watch your form, bro, you better do it this way, or, hey, man, have you read this book? I think it's going to really help you. None of that matters unless you have a strong self-image and a strong self-esteem and a flow state that's unsurpassable. Right? One of the things about flow state is it's not easily replicable. Only you can do it in that particular moment. But what is that moment? It always misses us, but because we don't catch the wave of it. We get inspired sometime, and then we're like, nah, I'll do it later. And that comes from fear. That's the amygdala speaking for you. That is not you. So you see, the confidence happens when you're actually going long term. You're looking for the long-term game. That's when the confidence actually kicks in, right? Because once you see the long-term game, you're not focused on the short-term confidence burst of like the social lubrication of like, hey, like, why do they call alcohol liquid courage? Because yeah, it does help, right? It gets your inhibitions low and you feel a temporary boost of confidence. But is that confidence going to last you your entire life? Or are you going to keep depending on it until you become an alcoholic? It's like this, man. You've got to understand how to generate the willingness to actually do these things by yourself. And it comes oftentimes through these little mini traumas and these different memories that keep clouding our subconscious, clouding it, until we can't see anything in there, right? We need a vaporizer to take out all that smoke and mirrors and be able to see it clearly. What the heck is going on in here, right? That's what therapy tries to do. I say try to do because not a lot of therapists can even uncloud or demist these concepts, right? Defog the mind palace. But it's your job to do that. You are here to do that. It's your job to demystify, unfog, clear away the smog of your internal world so you can see things clearly. This is why everybody keeps talking about clarity and hey, we need more clarity, and I'm a clarity coach and I help people get a breakthrough in their clarity and I help people think clearer. Well, guess what? Thinking clearly externally doesn't mean shit, okay? Thinking clearly means thinking of your own internal world clearly, that you know yourself clearly. That's what true, deep, resonant clarity is. It's a lucidity. It's like taking the limitless pill and seeing the world all bright. You're seeing the internal world all bright now. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's about catching the wave of the confidence. Because it's coming and going, it's coming and going, it's shifting. Opportunities are coming by, but if you don't have that confidence to place it and just catch that, gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all. You gotta be Pokemon with this, right? You gotta be Pokemon with this shit, right? Because you gotta catch them all the opportunities that come at you, and that's what will upgrade your confidence. There might be lots of opportunities coming and going and coming and going and weaving and wanting, and you want approval, and oh no, this moment passed me by, and no, another moment passed me by, and oh no, I didn't make that deadline, and oh man, and that happened again, and oh no. I don't want you to feel that oh no energy. I want you to transcend that and do it differently. How could you do it different? How could you show up different? What would it require for you? What will allow you to rise and fully integrate, right? This is what I'm talking about, guys. So I hope this resonates with you. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Boom.